Mm-hmm.
And there was one synchro lift that I used to use all the time, and apparently that's been discontinued. And they replaced it with one of the like super high lifts with the bonder inside. I don't remember what it's called. Fire.
Okay.
Like for lifting dark hair to really, really light. I when I'm lifting, I rarely go over 20 volume.
Mm-hmm.
And it's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Do they sell Paul Mitchell at State, or do you have to go through Paul Mitchell?
You don't have to go through Paul Mitchell, but their distribution is weird because when I was in Indianapolis, I always bought it from Salon Centric. But in
Okay.
Georgia, they don't sell it at Salon Centric. I have to buy it at Cosmoprof. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking, I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen Paul Mitchell at State that I go to, but I also wasn't like looking for it either.
To be
So,
fair, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, because I used to educate for Paul Mitchell out of habit, that's just what I use because I'm super familiar
Yeah.
and it never lets me down. It never lets me down. Like if I was having problems, I would change, but
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we use the Lonza bleach, but I was telling Emma, I was like, we should really only use that for like level 6 and up. Like if you were to
mm,
use it on like a 2 or a 1, it would just stay kind of like that yellow brassy
that gold,
color.
it doesn't go high enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so when I was at State last, and we were using the Wella one that is
Hmm.
really popular, but I was like, I
Hmm.
don't know, like that's really good lift, but I don't know if it's like the best for hair.
Mm,
So
hmm.
like especially like for a repeated bleaching client, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um and then last time I just got one of the Redken bleaches cuz it has like a bonding.
I love that one too. I don't know what it's called, but it
Yeah,
has the bonder inside. That was
and
my
it's
first bonder
blue.
inside lightener. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
So
Um, One thing that I think that I've learned, but it's only happened to me one time with that Paul Mitchell lightener. It was literally the very first time I had ever used it. And I was taking her copper, but she was like, I can't remember. Her hair was previously colored, but it was professionally colored, but I can't remember if she had color left on her ends or not. But when I was lightening, I put everything in foils. I didn't do like a platinum card technique, but I just put everything in foils so that because she was, I'd say like maybe a natural level 5-ish. And I
mhm.
just wanted to like seal in the moisture. And so the foils had been on her hair for, I'd say like maybe 30 minutes or so. And thank God I was sitting there with her and talking to her because I have been known to like, okay, I'm going to go like eat some lunch. I'll be back. You know what I mean? But for
Yeah.
whatever reason, I was sitting there with her and her hair started smoking. And when I went to touch the foil, it was burning up hot. So I just put her in the bowl, rinsed her out right away. We did part 2 of the Olaplex. So I'm not sure what caused it, but
Mhm.
I suspect it was one of 2 things because I Googled it because I'm like, what the fuck? That's never happened to me before.
Yeah.
But I've used it 100 times since then and it's never happened since.
Mhm.
So I know better than to mix lightener with a wire whisk, but I had mixed it with a wire whisk that day. So it could have been
Mm.
that. And then also, I think that I put Olaplex in it and it already has a bonder. It doesn't need you to add additional bonder. So I wonder if maybe
Mm.
that also was a part of it. But also, it was only one section of her hair that did that. It wasn't her whole head. So we also can't discount that there was just something in her hair that she didn't tell me about, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. And that foil was flaming hot. Like if it was on her skin, she probably would have been burned. It was
Oh
hot.
my
And
gosh.
like the lightener turned like really liquid, like water, like it was pouring out of the foil and then it was steaming. I'm like,
Yeah, that's definitely a chemical reaction.
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's
So I don't
scary.
know. But her hair turned out beautifully. She's on my IG. I didn't put that in the caption, you know.
Yeah. No, I
Um
remember when I worked at the Aveda salon, we literally just had a class from like one of the color chemist creators of Aveda. And I remember someone asking her, like, can we use heat with our color or like foils? And she was like, absolutely not. Like, Aveda bleach was formulated to where you shouldn't have to use that. If anything, like, just warm up a hot towel. And I just remember looking around at all the senior stylists because a lot of them, like, because they're all double booking, triple booking themselves, they're putting their color under the heat. And she, of course, told this horror story of a salon up in Canada, and a stylist put a girl with bleach and I think like 20 volume under the the dryer, and her foils slipped and the bleach like bubbled up and spilled out onto her scalp and caused like third-degree burns. And ever since then, I was like, not worth it.
Yeah, I never, ever, ever put bleach under a dryer. Maybe once a year, I might have someone where, like, maybe I've done a platinum card technique and we're down to the last like two foils that need to come out. I might take a handheld dryer and put it on that particular foil and just kind of
Hmm.
warm it up a little bit. And then I don't even warm up the towel. I might put a towel over the foil, but I don't
Hmm.
even warm up the towel. I don't play when it comes to heat on
Yeah.
lightener. And even if, which I don't double and triple book anymore, I just raised my prices and I just take one client at a time now. But even when I was double and triple booking, I would literally rather the colors stay on, like not lightener, but color. Like, say I've got, something with 20 volume on your head. I would literally rather that sit on for 15 minutes longer than necessary for me to get to a point, you know what I mean, than to put
Hmm.
you under a dryer because you're
Yeah.
accelerating the process. You're blowing up
Mhm.
and blowing open the cuticle and
Yes.
you're not even watching it. You got your hands in somebody else's head. Like,
Hmm. Yes. Terrifying.
yeah. I COVID taught me though, I do not double book anymore.
Mm-mm.
I can't. I don't have the bandwidth anymore. Like
Yeah.
one person at a time.
Yeah, I've always been like a one person at a time. I mean, there's been like a few times where, I might start a color and then do like a quick little haircut in between, but not
Yeah.
too often. And I
Yeah.
remember when I was assisting a master stylist, he he didn't have like a lot booked that day. Like he had a few gaps open. So I was like, okay, like it's gonna be a chill day. Well, he ended up like literally triple booking himself. Like I wanted to,
Yeah.
because I was so exhausted. Like we just
Yeah.
didn't even really get a break because it was
Yeah.
like, okay, you shampoo this one and I'm going to start this one, and then by the time this one's done, like shampoo and style this, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's just too much. It's stressful. And I just find anymore because if you're going to be if you're going to be double and triple booking, then I feel like you can't charge as much because you're taken away from their experience,
Mhm.
right? So the only reason that I would do that is because my prices are low, so I need to double book to make the money.
Mhm.
But if the price is right, I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to take away from their experience. Like, this
Yeah.
is your me time. Like, you're coming in here to relax. You don't want to be sitting there stressed out because you're sitting under a dryer with foils in your hair and I haven't checked you in 35 minutes. And
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah. I just don't want it anymore.
No, thank you.
Have you seen the discourse over, I think it's Howard University that has made the rule. It's definitely an HBCU that's made the rule about bonnets and do-rags at class in class now. And I think bonnets, do-rags, and pajamas. Have you seen that discourse?
Mm-mm.
So there was some drama before this. So I don't know if this is just like something to like distract from the drama. So there was definitely some drama at this school. I want to say it's Howard, but somebody fact check us and let me know in the comments. Where a bunch of students got kicked out because like their scholarship money fell through for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But also in the meantime, yeah, they put out this like for the upcoming school year, there's no bonnets or do-rags allowed, and people are losing their shit about it on the internet.
Oh.
And I'm just curious if you even have thoughts about because my social media of choice tends to be Twitter more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
I scroll Twitter. And so, and the people that I follow on Twitter are all very quote unquote woke, right? So it's very like it's respectability politics, like white people don't give a fuck what you look like. They're gonna discriminate against you anyway, da 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 da, which
Mm-hmm.
is true. I full heartedly believe that.
Yeah.
Um, but there's also, a segment of the internet that feels like you perform better if you're quote unquote dressed for success. I'm just curious if you have any thoughts on people wearing bonnets and do-rags in public at all.
I just looked it up. It's I'm probably gonna say it wrong.
Tuskegee,
Tuskegee University.
that's in Alabama, I think. Okay, yeah.
As far as my opinion, I guess it would kind of depend on the situation. Like if you're just going to class and like learning about whatever you're learning about, I don't think that's a problem. And cuz there was like controversy with like wearing that to the airport too, right?
Mhm.
And it's like, I mean, if you're going to be comfortable,
I don't
why?
understand why people give a shit about what I'm
Yeah.
wearing on my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you think I look raggedy and ghetto, good for you.
Yeah.
Promise you, when I got dressed this morning, I was not concerned about how you personally were going to perceive me.
Right. Right.
You
Yeah.
know? And I'm
Yeah.
just thinking, like, first of all, especially in an airport, you know, lice can be transferred in places like airplane seats and movie theater seats and different, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when I'm traveling, I'm going to sleep when I get on the plane.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I never have worn my bonnet on the plane, but I could see a world in which me wearing my bonnet on a plane makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Like that's kind of never made sense to me personally of like unless as soon as you're getting off the plane you are going to like a business meeting or like if your work prefers a dress code, like why would you travel that way? Like yeah, I want to travel and be comfortable.
Mhm.
Um
Mhm.
but that's just me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess like it would also depend again like on your work. Like does your work have a dress code or I don't know.
Yeah. But even still, like, I just feel like in college, like, so what? I'm
Yeah,
taking,
no, in
you
college,
know?
yeah, unless you're doing like a presentation or something where you're supposed
Yeah.
to be quote unquote
Yeah.
like professional. Yeah, why the
Yeah.
fuck does it matter? I don't know.
Yeah. It definitely was giving like they were just trying to distract from whatever the financial thing was going. I'm like, because as soon as everybody started talking about the bonnets and do-rags, they stopped talking about that story.
Mm. Interesting.
Mhm. Okay, so you've got, does this say David Johnson? Is that how his name is pronounced?
I believe so.
It looks like Johnson, but it's not spelled like how Johnson's normally spelled.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Uh,
sure that's how you say his name.
okay. What's going
He's
on with this
he's
guy?
the new Black Panther.
Oh, is this the guy that looks like, he kind of looks like Chadwick Boseman a little bit?
Literally, yeah. Like literally looks like he could be the child of Lupita Nyong'o and Chadwick Boseman. And like
And is
he
that
has
who he's
that
playing?
same sweet little smile too that like
Yes.
Chadwick had.
Yeah. Um, and is he, do we know the storyline? Is he their child?
Yes, he's the
Oh,
son of
okay.
Chadwick's Black Panther and Lupita Nyong'o's character.
Okay.
Did
And
did you see
why?
Black Panther 2?
I did.
Okay, yeah. When they
Yeah.
introduced, like towards the end, when she introduced him to the sister on the
He
beach.
introduced who to the sister?
The kid.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
Yeah, or maybe it was the deleted. I don't know. There's a scene in there, and um, because Shuri, becomes the new Black Panther,
Right.
and it's
Which is
her
his
and
sister, right?
yeah, uh-huh. And
Mhm.
it's her and Lupita on the beach. And she brings like a child over and she's like, we didn't want the world to know. And they um T'Challa had like prepared them for his death and everything, so it wasn't like a surprise. And they even mentioned how the mom, played by Angela Bassett, like she also met and knew the kid before she died in Black Panther 2. And
Okay.
so she asks him, like, what's your name? And he says, my name is Prince T'Challa, son of King T'Challa. Yeah.
So
So
precious.
that's gonna be um the young man. What's his name?
David Johnson.
Yes, David
Yeah.
Johnson's
Okay.
character.
What is this about Marvel being racist, though?
Okay, so wanted to hype him up because, like, awesome. But then, so I will say, I'm not like a die-hard Marvel fan. I enjoy some of the movies.
Yeah.
And I want to say, like, Black Panther was my first one that I was like, hell
Mm.
yeah.
Hmm.
So someone posted on Threads, and I was like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? So I've been known that like the whole, they were remaking Blade with Marshala Ali. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do. He
Do I?
was in Moonlight. Have you seen Moonlight? Not to go
No.
to. Oh, you should watch it.
No.
It's a
Yeah,
fantastic.
it is on my list of like if I'm ready to, because it's a series, right?
No, it's a movie.
It's a movie. Okay.
Hmm.
But it is on my list of like if I'm just looking for something to watch, it's on my list. I just haven't gotten it to it yet.
All right, let me
But
see.
um but I am familiar with like the guy who plays the main character. Is that his name though? I'm terrible with names. That
Yeah.
is not my autistic superpower.
Well, he's not like the main character. You're probably thinking
Okay.
of oh, what's his name? One second, because he's fine. Trevante Rhodes.
Okay. Yeah. I thought they were all really good looking.
Yes,
Right.
yes they
Yeah.
are. Do you know the Green Book, or have you seen that
Mm.
one?
I haven't seen it, but I know it.
Okay,
Mhm.
so he's the black guy in that movie,
Okay.
who the white
Okay.
guy's like driving around.
Okay. I heard that movie
Um,
was bad though.
yeah, same.
Okay.
Well, so he was supposed to be Blade in the remake, and like they announced it at Comic Con, I believe, and everything,
Mhm.
and nothing's happened with it. And they just like canceled it. They were like, "Yeah, we're not doing it anymore." And
What
he came
happened?
out with this statement. Well, he was, I, no one really knows. Like, he was like, they have the money to do it. And he was under contract. But
Hmm.
like so many directors, I guess that like some directors had issues, some of the script writing issues. I don't know.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was like, so that's canceled now.
Okay.
Wonder Man has been canceled. And I think the person who plays him just got an Emmy nomination. So it's like,
So it's not the actors.
right. Hmm.
Huh.
And then Monica, who she is in Captain Marvel and is like a pretty strong, like black superhero. I want to say she's equivalent to Captain Marvel. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm
Okay.
not like a diehard fan, but like a pretty big character. And there's been nothing like about what's happened to her character, if there's anything going to be moving forward.
Hmm.
Um, Ironheart was barely marketed. Like I remember I didn't see anything about Ironheart until literally a month before it came out.
Hmm.
And she's, supposed to be like kind of the new Iron Man
Yeah.
essentially because she was able to build a suit like he was.
Hmm. I wonder if they're not just intentionally trying to kill off the movie industry so that they can just use AI. Because, where I live is what used to be a lot of movie industry professionals living here. And
Mhm.
after the strike, it's just the struggle is real. Like people are
Mhm.
not hiring, people are not, so I don't know, something's going on with the money. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean I could see it.
Yeah.
But then you have like the new movie The Odyssey, like all of that is like actual prosthetics. Like to my knowledge, he hasn't used any CGI or AI in
Hmm.
that movie. And I don't know if you've seen the poster for it, but it's literally like Odysseus like fighting these big like giants. And
Mhm.
in that, like how they got that picture is that's his body double or like stunt double who's
Mhm.
actually like 4'9". And then the
Mm.
giants you see are literally people over 7 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
It's interesting.
Yes. And there's like, I've heard about other scenes in the movie, and they were like, no, like that was all real and like actual real prosthetics. Like there was
Hmm.
no, yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's kind of weird because I for a long time thought it would be cool to do like special effects makeup and prosthetic for like movies and stuff. And I did
Mhm.
like some small town stuff here. But everyone was saying how like hard it is to break it into the industry because yeah, everything is kind of being taken over by CGI and it's
Mhm.
cheaper to do it that way than to hire someone. And then also like, that's a lot of hours sometimes. Like some
Mhm.
makeup pieces and sets take like 12 hours just to put on, and then
Mhm.
you got to go film and like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they'll never, do The Grinch again. Jim Carrey as The Grinch is my favorite Christmas movie, but he talked about having to sit in makeup for, like, 8 to 10 hours a day, and then you have to film, and he's like,
mhm,
"Yeah, no, absolutely not." And I don't remember what made him finally do it, because I feel like when they did the makeup the first time, he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing this again." But ultimately he did, and it's literally the greatest Christmas movie of all time, in my opinion.
mhm,
Um, Back to Marvel though. Yeah, I especially now that Stan Lee is gone, I feel like,
mhm,
they can do whatever with it. But I actually have this, so I told you I do more podcasts than anything these days. So, podcasts and like YouTube videos, but I have this video on YouTube. I haven't actually watched it yet, but it's in my queue. to watch. I have like 20 videos in my queue to watch right now. But one of them, it's from 11 days ago. It's the infographics show. So all the videos, they're like super informative more often than not, but it's all like infographics. But the title of it, The Marvel Cinematic Universe is a PSYOP, was just
Mm,
fascinating to me. And so I was like, yeah, I'm watching
yeah.
that. I'm not a huge Marvel person. I'm not a huge movie person, to be fair.
Mm,
Um, and I used to be years ago, but I think, as we've gotten deeper into the internet, my attention span just isn't what it used to be. And so now if I sit still and be quiet for too long, I'm going to be asleep. So I just
mm-hmm.
barely ever even try.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a psyop. I was like, yeah, I'm watching that.
Yeah.
I'm watching that because I could totally see that.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and to like bring back the whole Blade conversation, the original Blade movie with Wesley Snipes, like that's what opened the door for all the Marvel movies to even be made.
Hmm.
Because they didn't think Blade was going to perform well, and I think I read it cost like 68 million to make, and then it
Hmm.
ended up making over like 150 million in the box
Yeah.
office. And
Um,
so, oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I literally just found out that Blade was a Marvel movie like in the last year or two. I had no idea. I remember
Mhm.
when Blade came out and everybody was lit. I've never seen it. Shocking, I know.
Yeah.
But I remember everybody loved it. I remember
Mhm.
everybody was into it.
Yep, it was the first Marvel movie, and like it was rated R, so like double, like okay,
Hmm.
and a black lead, love it.
Wesley Snipes, who was the man at that time. That
Mhm.
I don't know if he became the man because of Blade or if he got Blade because he was the man, but like Wesley Snipes was the shit in the 90s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like Marvel, what are we doing? And Black Panther and Shang-Chi are the highest rated um Marvel movies. So it's like
Hmm.
clearly your fan base wants the diversity, and here you're not giving it.
Yeah. Does their fan base does want the diversity, you said?
I mean, if Black Panther and Shang-Chi are the highest rated Marvel movies, like both of them I think got over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
but
Yeah,
I know
I don't know.
people sometimes don't look at that, but
Yeah. Huh. All right. Where do you want to go next? I'm looking at so I just put the Atlanta Swordfish swim team on here because it's a young black swim team in Atlanta and they're winning everyone. Like they're kicking
yes.
everybody's ass right now. Like they're doing so
Mhm.
good. So I just wanted to shout out the Atlanta Swordfish swim team.
Love to see it.
Yeah. Especially because the stereotype is that black people can't swim.
Mhm.
And I always say, and that is true, a lot of black people don't mess with the water like that, but I always say I feel like it's generational trauma. They've proven that trauma is carried in your DNA. So I'm like, when you think about it, there is a lot of trauma with black people surrounding water.
100%.
So I could see how that's a thing.
Mhm. Well, and
But
I
yeah,
always think of that one picture too of like a black family swimming in the pool, and I don't know if it's the hotel owners or who, but they're like literally
dumping
dumping bleach
acid.
or acid into the
Yeah,
pool, and it's like,
yeah,
are you kidding me?
yeah, because they were desegregating and yeah, they didn't want them in the water. Yeah,
Like, so fucking ridiculous.
yeah. And so not to jump around, but since we're talking about Black people and racism and water, we can jump over to Nolan Wells because there's still been no arrests since we
Mhm.
last got together.
Right.
And since then, I guess the family has had I think a couple of press conferences, and so the second autopsy came back inconclusive, but missing some vital organs. And I know there's a lot of people on the internet that are saying, they freaked out because the organs are missing, but it's not that they're missing, it's the throat and the lungs, I think, is what was.
Mhm.
And numerous medical experts have said that it's not uncommon if there's two autopsies for someone to hold on to something for further testing, blah, blah, blah. I'm reading some optimism that because now they've said the toxicology reports came back, but they haven't released the results yet. But I did notice that I don't know who's paying for the bots, for the racist bots. Under like, if you mention Nolan Wells on any social media platform, racist bots come out of nowhere and they're just lying. They're like, it was proven that he was drunk, he was on cocaine, like just ripping his um character, right?
Mhm.
And ripping the mom's character. Like people are writing racist reviews on her small business. And I just always find it interesting at just talking about Jim Crow and desegregating and, like I said, Black people and water, that made me think this. But like, why are y'all so mad that she just wants to know what happened to her son?
And if I were to bet money, I bet all these same people were sharing Gabby Petito's pictures and praising her parents and saying how they would never, if their child ever disappeared or wound up, dead, that they would never stop looking for answers. But God forbid it's a fucking Black woman and her son. And like, did you see too? People are going after Miss Rachel because Miss Rachel also said something about like, I hope Nolan Wells' family gets justice. And it's like,
And I just feel like we already know that it wasn't accidental. You want to know how we know it wasn't accidental? Because if it was accidental, why are you lying? Why are you lying? Why are you hiding evidence? Why are you planting false evidence? Why are you working so hard? And there was the mixed guy that did the interviews with former officer Tatum, I think his name is the
mhm,
um and I haven't watched the whole interviews, but I've seen clips of it, and it's just feeling like he's just all over the place. First of all, he's like trying to say that Nolan wasn't Black because he was, I think, like his mom is half Asian. So Nolan's not Black. So why are Black people blah blah blah, right? But then he's like, well, Nolan wasn't the only Black guy there because I'm half Black and y'all don't have my back. And bitch, you're not missing or dead. What do you mean by that? Like,
right.
they're all just doing these weird ass interviews, like I said, on purpose with like far right content creators. So that's already giving racist as fuck.
Mhm.
But one of the things that struck me with all of them, because several of the friends have done interviews now, none of them are curious about what happened to Nolan. Like, it's all about like defending themselves and they didn't do anything and they don't know what happened. But not a single one of them has shed a tear. None of them went to his funeral. None of them are like on their platforms begging for someone to come forward with information. Like, none of them are curious. And to me, that lets me know you already know what happened.
Mhm.
That's why you're not curious about what happened, because you already know.
Mhm.
And I just pray that her mom, Christine, his mom, like gets justice and gets some peace, because the way y'all are torturing this woman, like y'all, her son disappeared and was found dead, and y'all are
Mhm.
the ones that are withholding evidence. Why are you mad at her?
Right.
It just infuriates me.
It is. It's very, yeah, and I know, we say look for the joy and like, but it is so hard to like not think about his case. And I mean, many
Mhm,
others too. Like, it's
mhm,
not just Nolan Wells.
mhm.
And it's just like, okay, but I feel like if we keep ignoring and just saying, like, oh, well, things will get better, but no action or like accountability, it's not. And I feel like it's this weird, like, almost like a weird torture, like, know your place, like, just know no matter what. And I mean, this case is getting so much media attention, and still no one knows what the fuck is going on or has come forward because they know that they're protected. Because I want to say
Well,
a few of the friends like have parents in the system, right?
yeah, so there's a kid whose mom is a judge. Um, Coincidentally or not coincidentally, someone, what is her name? She's in Trump's cabinet, I believe, is from this town. Where are my glasses? She's from there, and I don't know if one of her kids was involved, but let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I looked it up the other day. But yeah, no, there's a lot of people that are very well connected. Of course, there's plenty of money um, in the town. I'm not gonna remember because I don't remember how to spell it.
And I remember seeing a TikTok video of this white woman, and she was talking about the case, and she was saying how she speculates that this could have been a modern day like clan initiation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely something clearly is going on. And then, like I said, that medical examiner there who has a history
Hmm.
of saying that things were accidental or suicide when they clearly weren't.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's infuriating.
It is.
And
It
it's not,
is.
and I really do appreciate, and it's so bad that I don't remember any of their names, but I do appreciate, even though Benjamin Crump is not in my top 10 favorite people, because I do feel like sometimes that he is opportunistic when it comes to these cases, just like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson have been. I don't know if you remember when Ferguson chased Jesse Jackson out of town,
Hmm.
because it was just like, y'all keep showing up. We didn't call you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, this is not your movement, and you're not going to come here and like take it over.
Hmm.
Um, and so Ben Crump kind of gives me those kind of vibes. But I know that lots of families call him, which is their right, and he is able to give visibility to a case that it wouldn't normally get.
Hmm.
Um, and I appreciated that the last two press conferences that they did, that they mentioned other young Black people who have been killed under suspicious circumstances as well. Like I said, I don't know their names. At this point, it's just so many people all the time. It's just
Hmm.
hard to I try not to dig too deep into it, and not because I don't care, but because I have to function in a society that's all too ready to lock me up if I snap. So
Right.
some of it I have to kind of compartmentalize. But there's been no fewer than 5 people this year, two of them Black women in the last few months, who were found hanging from trees. And I think he named at least one of them. There was another young Black man who drowned recently. He mentioned, so I appreciate that he's tying these other names into this case as well. Number one, to paint the larger picture that this is literally ongoing and systemic for generations now, but also to bring attention to these cases that we wouldn't normally hear about otherwise. Because I don't know why, like, one case will blow up and everybody hears about it, and another one is like barely a blip, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's very depressing. And I'm also tired of like the police departments like investigating themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's so weird.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
was reading up on I remember hearing about her case. Her name was Matrice Richardson and she went missing back in California in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like out at a restaurant and was acting um weird and like refused to pay her bill, so they like called police and they were like, we think she's suffering like a mental um having a
Like episode.
crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they took her to jail, and then at like 1 o'clock in the morning, like just released her with no phone, no car, no nothing. And so she was missing, I think, for like 11 months, and they found her remains 6 miles away in Dark Canyon, where
Mm-hmm.
her bra, her belt, and like clothes were scattered, and her skeleton and skull had been ripped from her body.
Yeah.
And they said no foul play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and yes, so that I listened to, I don't remember the name of the podcast, but it was a true crime focused podcast that did a series on her that was phenomenal. Um and yeah, I'm convinced that it was one of the cops, but of course they don't investigate themselves.
Yeah.
Um yeah, and wasn't it just in the last couple of years where they discovered it was like hundreds of people in paupers' graves, like behind a police station in one of these southern states.
Mm-hmm.
That was just in the last few years, like 2 or 3 years. And
Mm-hmm.
it was just like a blip and then it just went away.
Literally.
Yeah. Um, can you give me one moment? I have a dump
Yeah.
cake in the oven and I keep hearing the timer and I don't hear anyone getting it.
Oh
So
my God. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All good.
Could you hear me?
No.
Too funny. Okay, my hubby did pull the cake out. I just didn't
Oh.
hear that. Okay. Anywho, so yeah, shout out to just all the people of color, especially Black people, literally just trying to exist and not, put your hands on people on a day-to-day basis.
Literally.
We
Literally.
see you.
And
What
then
is
it's
this?
like, and then they're gonna want to put Carmelo Anthony in jail for 35 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because not only are you not allowed to ask questions when your child is killed, but your child is also not allowed to defend himself when their children decide that do Lord knows what. Because I kept hearing with Carmelo Anthony, you have to meet force with force, and those kids didn't have a knife, so he shouldn't have a knife either. Well, those kids were each double his size. They both weigh, each child outweighed him by almost 100 pounds, and there's two of them.
Right.
And if you didn't want to be stabbed, you should not have been fucking with me. I'm over here
Right.
minding my business.
Mm-hmm.
So now when you come over here messing with me, you don't get to decide how I respond.
Right.
Because you could have just left me alone. That's what I
Mhm.
just,
Literally.
that's just what I'm not. I mean, and I know it's never going to make sense because white people think that they should be able to just do whatever the fuck they want with no repercussions. They should be able to just move with impunity.
And you want to hear something bonkers? So, as everyone knows, love a true crime, especially like about a cult. And I
Mm,
was watching the show. I think it's called How I Escaped My Cult on Hulu.
mhm,
Wild.
mhm.
But there was an episode that followed like this Amish community, and the leader, I don't know, I forget like why he was even mad, but he forced like people that followed him to cut off the beards of other men. And I forget if they were like followers or again what the beef was. But so yeah, cut off the beard of these Amish men. And like hair in that community is a big deal. And so it was taken to court and he received 15 years and they called it a hate crime. And I'm like, if Buddy can get that for chopping a beard, and mind you, he didn't even do the chopping. Kind of like a Charles Manson
Yeah.
situation. Like,
He's telling other people to do it.
yeah, yeah, 15 years. But no one in these cases that we've mentioned have even been,
Done a day.
yeah.
And again, going back to Nolan Wells, because we still, I think Kendra Scott is on the list too, but um like no one's been arrested for anything. Like, fine, we don't know whether or not he was murdered, in quotation marks, because I feel like we do know, but okay. But who bought the alcohol for the underage people? Why haven't they been arrested and brought in? That's a crime. Who um I'm sorry. The like I keep hearing about like the rules when you're the captain of a boat and like to not leave a man behind, or like when you're the captain of a boat that is your responsibility. All of the people on the boat are your responsibility. So why haven't the people that were in charge of those boats been held to some sort of account for allegedly leaving him there, even though there's no proof that they left him there?
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm just I'm just talking. I'm
And
just mad
did
at
you
you.
hear that it was a black woman who restored the 911 call?
The
And like,
Ceto, yeah,
and you can hear someone say like Nolan's dead.
yeah.
So like
So
everyone who was present knew that he was dead. Why are none of them being brought in?
that part, that part. Well, and now they're going around saying that that call's been debunked, and it has not been debunked. It has not been debunked.
No.
But again, I feel like there's like someone is paying for bots to go under all of these stories and spread lies. You know what I mean? Whether it's
Mhm.
Nolan was on cocaine and drunk off his ass, which, so even if that is true, even if we find out that's true,
Who cares?
why is he dead though? Why is he dead?
Right. Right.
Um, and then under, like I said, under Carmelo Anthony, it was, Carmelo Anthony was the aggressor, and he just, I don't know, there's these, it's like literally thousands of bots that are just going under these stories. And I'm like, who's paying for this? Who's paying for that?
Probably
Um,
Meta and Musk, like
yeah,
all of them.
yeah. Um, and then there was one other thing that I wanted to point out. Oh, with that, so that audio that the black woman, I want to say, I don't remember her name. It's terrible, but that she's an audiologist and she cleaned up the audio and you could hear it, and people were saying that it was debunked. I personally went to one of the news stations and downloaded the video and loaded it in CapCut and isolated the voices myself. I'm a hairstylist. This is not my job. The voices are there. Like, it's not AI. It's not made up. Like, it's real shit. So I don't know why people are saying it's debunked, except to just push a false narrative because they're trying to taint the jury pool. Maybe, I don't know. But and I don't understand why they're not asking that different investigators be brought in. Because
Yeah, that's
they're
like
investigating
what
themselves.
yes, like that is not what I'm understanding about any of these cases. Like,
Yeah.
why do we expect a police department or whoever to find anything when they're the ones who probably are covering it up anyways?
They definitely are. It was their police department that came out less than 24 hours after Nolan was found and said it was an accidental drowning. How do you know that, sir?
Right.
How do you
Right.
what? Yeah.
Mm.
So it wouldn't surprise me at all if it turned out that it was KKK initiation, because this country's literally had how many years to call the KKK a freaking hate group, and they still haven't done it.
Right. A long time.
Yeah. So, did you put this Kendra Scott? You must have put Kendra Scott on here.
Yeah, we talked about her last time.
Oh, we
She
did. Okay.
mhm. She was the mom that shot the man that was underneath her daughter's bed.
Oh yeah. And she's been released on bond.
Okay, slay.
If I don't remember, let me make sure. So Kendra Scott is the mom. So let me
Mhm.
see. Hiding under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. Scott's bond was set at $100,000, and she posted bail to be released while awaiting further court appearances. Her defense attorneys have argued that the premeditation element for a first-degree murder charge may lack sufficient evidence. And yeah, come on. Like, she didn't make him come and hide under her daughter's bed so that she could shoot him.
Right.
But I know if I wake up, if I, a woman who has a daughter, wake up and find a grown ass man under my daughter's bed, I'm also going to shoot him and not ask any questions first.
Right.
And that's not premedication, that's self-preservation.
Mhm.
What do you mean by that?
Literally, what do you mean?
Okay, got it. So yeah, I am glad that she is that she's out on bond. There
Yeah.
is this thing, and I want to see. Oh, granny glasses on. Because I had this video, and now that I'm looking at it, I don't even remember what the video was about. I just remember I put it there and was going to ask you to blind react to it.
Okay.
So let me give me 1 second here.
Oh wow.
Actually,
Olive wants to watch it too.
Aww. Hi, widow baby. Such a cutie. I love it. So cute. How's it going with all the kitties?
Good. It was funny because my grandma's been living with my mom because she had a stroke. And so I think they're thinking about putting her in like an assisted living place. And they're
Okay.
looking at places where she could have like a cat. And so my
Yeah.
mom was like, would you want to separate the kittens and give her one? And I was like, no, like these are my babies. Like,
These are mine.
no.
We can get her a kitten.
Yeah. And then my mom was like, well, when Granny dies, you're going to be the one who has to take her cat because my mom's allergic to cats and my
Ah,
sister couldn't do another pet with her dog. And then my mom was like, "So you're going to have 5 cats." And I was
freaking
like, "I mean,
hilarious.
at that point, what's one more?"
You're like, don't threaten me with a good time.
Right. Like, okay.
Too funny. Like, girl, that is the least of the issues. Okay. I have got it pulled up. Let me scroll down here. Yeah, so we have two cats, one of them being an orange kitty,
Mhm.
and Stretch is his name. And he's just really rambunctious. Oh, I remember. Okay. All right. I remember what that was. Anyways, my husband has been trying to get this cat to sleep with us in our bed because we have two. So Biggie Shorty sleeps with us every night. She
Mhm.
sleeps like on us every
Mhm.
night. But Stretch won't sleep in the room because Biggie threatens him. Like she's like, "No,
Mhm.
these are my parents. Go find somewhere else in the house to sleep." She will not let him sleep up there. But she's old for one, and he's like young and strong, and so he's not afraid of her. Anyways, he's 3 years old, and he finally slept in our room last night for the first time. It
Aw.
was so sweet. It was so sweet. Okay. So, not to be depressing, but also this is just the world.
Right.
Um, I
I have
wasn't sure, huh?
I said I have weed. It's okay.
Yeah, literally. Um, all
Okay.
right, so I'm gonna. Okay, so now we need to just scroll down. Oh no, we don't even need to scroll down. I don't know if you've seen this. Why can't I hear it? Why can't I hear that? I'm sorry, bear with me.
No,
We're
you're
learning
good.
in real time. Have you seen this?
Yes.
Okay, so for the people who haven't seen this, because what the fuck? Girl. So imagine my surprise. I was somewhere in public when that came across my feed, and it came across my feed on Twitter first. I mean, yeah, on Twitter. So, but whenever something, if it's a TikTok and it comes across my feed on TikTok, then I literally go to TikTok and like look the video up myself.
Mhm.
Imagine my surprise when I go to look the video up to see that her husband had literally killed her the night before.
Mhm.
And they had been married for over 20 years. And it was apparently he was a coach or something at a high
Mhm.
school, and he was interacting inappropriately with like one of his 15-year-old old students. And I think it was her daughter that told the mom. So imagine the guilt that that baby is probably living with. Um, and she had a restraining order, and I just remember being a little kid and watching like the after school specials. And there was
Mhm.
an after school special where her name was Joe on the Facts of Life, but she starred in it, and she was in a in an abusive relationship with her husband, and she was trying to leave him, and the police wouldn't do anything with, there's like, here's this piece of paper, right? And I guess so he ended up killing her and then killing himself after she posted that video. And I realize we don't have any control over what people choose to do. But I just wonder, and I guess it's easy. Like, obviously, it's not her fault that he killed her. And I'm not in any way trying to place blame on her for posting it, because I'm sure she was just feeling alone and just needed, for people to
Yeah.
feel like that's got to be like the whole bottom just dropped out of her life after being married for 20 years.
Hmm.
But also I just wonder, like, about sharing something like that when he's not even in prison, like he's outside.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to escape. And as someone who's escaped an abusive relationship before, I know that that time when you're trying to leave is the most dangerous time, because they no longer have control.
Hmm.
Um, and so I guess I'm just curious about your thoughts, because you're a millennial and you probably, I'm assuming millennials don't even share as much as Gen Z or Gen Alpha will share. But I'm just curious about your thoughts around, like, how much do we share, and what, if anything, shouldn't be shared, and like,
Hmm.
it just seems like so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like in this situation, I mean, she did everything right, right? Like she went to the police and like all that, and they still didn't do anything. And so I don't know. I feel like maybe she was trying to like warn the community about her husband's behavior because he wasn't in jail.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I don't know if when she posted that, did she think like, oh, he's probably going to kill me for this?
I
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
can't. Yeah, I don't know. But so of course, so I went to her page, I saw this video, then I scroll down, and of course I find her husband's account, and he was super red pilled and gross.
Hmm.
Like, super red. Like, every video is about like humbling women, and I don't, he just, bleh. It's disgusting.
Yeah. And
Um,
now that they're both dead, like we don't really know. Like, was he always like that? Was that
yeah.
always, was he, yeah, when Trump came into office, like, did that just throw
Mm,
him off the deep end?
yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Yeah. But I was just wondering, was he abusive? Because if he was abusive, then you had to know there's a potential that he might want to kill me. Because when you're telling the entire world this man is a pedophile, like, his life is ruined, which is not her fault. I'm not, again, it's not her fault that he's a pedophile. I just know when people's ego gets involved and they, you know,
Hmm.
and maybe I'm just triggered because I've been in an abusive relationship before.
Yeah,
And I'm
100%.
like, I just feel like you have to know that that's going to set him off. And he's not. I got the courage to divorce my ex husband when he was in prison, and I know he couldn't get to me.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And so he had a couple years to cool off and go through all the 7 stages of grief before he came
Right.
out. And that was
Hmm.
when I felt safe, because who knows, maybe we'd still be together if he hadn't gone to prison. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's scary shit.
No, 100%. Yeah, and to kind of go back on, if you say your husband's a pedophile, I don't know, is with everything going on, again, no one's been arrested in the Epstein files. So, like, is it really a big target to have pedophile on your back? Like,
Right.
I don't know nowadays. I feel like you can kind of just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Clearly, if you're if you're a pedophile, you're in the in crowd right now.
Yeah, like very weird. Very
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Bananas.
But RIP to her. Very sad.
Yeah, no, super sad. Super sad.
I did
And
just see a video, and it was this girl like in the bathroom, and you could hear her man on the other side of the door, like banging on the door, like, give me my phone. And when I tell you, he ripped the door off the hinges, and someone like stitched it and tried to be like, make it a funny video, like, oh, girl, I can tell you right now, there's more than just like women in his phone. He's probably like having sex with men or like, yeah. And it's just like, that's scary.
no, that's super
Like,
scary. That's super scary. And right, like to me, maybe men or children,
hmm
or like there's bodies in there. Like that's
hmm
more than just I have a woman on the side when you're
right.
ripping the door off the hinges. Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
video too. Again, very triggering.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully she also got away safely because he's done already ripped the door off the hinges. So now he's amped up.
hmm
So,
And
and I mean, I,
I feel like reasons like this, like whenever I hear, I should word this carefully. Not that I condone violence, right? But whenever
Mhm.
I hear like a woman doing that, I'm like, yeah, girl, because look how these fucking men are. Sometimes you have to be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to this day, for me personally, I have no regrets for putting a steak knife up to a man's throat because he tried to kiss me during a work shift.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. Who do you think you
Like,
are?
who do you think you are?
Yeah.
And if you've never met a crazy girl before, I promise you, I can be your first one.
Yup. Yup.
So,
And again, it's not crazy, it's self-preservation because I
yeah,
didn't ask you to touch me.
literally,
I didn't ask you to speak to me.
literally.
You didn't even have to look over here, and I would have been just fine.
When I just saw a TikTok today of this guy who was out like running, working out, and he was like, little PSA, as I was running, this woman was just recording me, like, don't do that. And all of his comments were like, how do you think women feel? Like, welcome to being a woman. And it's like, yeah, like some of you men have the audacity. And not to say, should he have been recorded? No. But like,
Mhm.
for y'all to come up on here and have like so much defense, but when it's a woman, well, what was she
Mhm.
wearing? Well, why was she
Mhm.
doing that? Well, what was she drinking? Blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. Shut up.
Mhm. Trying to blame the victim. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Have you seen the movie Promising Young Woman?
Mm-mm.
It's a good one. And I feel like ever since I watched that, I'm like, I'm not living up to my potential as a woman.
Okay.
And I don't know what that says about me.
Is she
So it follows this woman who like she goes out to bars and she pretends that she's wasted. And she'll
mm,
typically like go up to these men and she tries to see like which one is trying to take advantage of her. And so depending on the situation, they'll take her back to her place or his place and they'll try to make a move on her and she'll say like no, like I'm not really feeling it, blah blah blah, and they keep trying and then she'll be like I said fucking no, and they realize like she's not actually wasted, and she kind of
mhm.
has like a crazy moment, like pulls out a knife and she's like, you don't know who I am, like you just saw a drunk girl at a bar, like what's my name, like what's this about me, and they're all
Mhm.
like freaking out because they're thinking that they're gonna die, and
Yeah.
she just like she lets them go and she'll be like, let this be a lesson to you that you just never
Mhm.
know who you're picking up at the bar.
Yeah.
And
She's a
I'm just
superhero.
like,
She's like the female Batman.
literally. And
Yeah.
sometimes I've thought about like being a 911 dispatcher. But then the older I get, I'm like, no, because I would see the corruption firsthand and I would just have access to addresses that I probably shouldn't have access to. So
It is important to know thyself.
it is. It is very self aware.
What was it called?
Promising Young Woman.
Okay. So we'll add that to the list. My mom and I were actually just laughing about the number of things that we've watched because you've recommended them. Because neither of us are big like movie watchers, but I don't know if I told you when we were in Costa Rica, the very first day we were there, this guy died of a fentanyl overdose at the pool, like the very first day, right? Then another day, there was this woman that was next door to my cousins, and my cousins have 3 teenage daughters. They're like 19, 18, and like 15 or something, some ish. But their room was right next to this woman who was on vacation with her 2 young children, and this man like busted into the woman's room, where her and her children were like getting ready for bed, and just like stood in the doorway and pulled his penis out and just like stood there. And so she was calling for help, and so my cousin ended up, he hears her calling for help. That's how we. But it made us think about, is it White Orchid? Is that the name of that show that you put us on? It's called White Orchid?
White Lotus.
White Lotus.
Mhm.
White Lotus. And we're like, this shit is White Lotus for real, because
For real.
promise there's a whole dead body at the pool.
Mhm.
And
No,
they just like,
literally.
and we didn't know. We found out, I didn't find out. We're literally checking in as they're removing him from the pool, but I didn't find out till we were at the airport on our way home. And we ran into some people that were at our same resort. And we got to talking and doing the math and realized like they're scooping this body out the pool, and promise the first thing I did was go change my clothes and go to the pool.
Yeah. Oh my God. It really was White Lotus.
White Lotus in the background. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Crazy. So Promising Young Woman. We'll add
Yeah.
that to the reading list. I mean, to the watch list.
Very good. Very good.
All right. What is this? Did we already talk about Lindsay Clancy? What's that?
So that's the trial that's going on right now with the woman that killed her 3 kids during like a postpartum psychosis.
How have I not heard about this?
It happened back in 2023, I think, but the
she's
trial's
in
just
trial right now?
Yeah. But wanted to bring up, so the trial literally just started at the end of July. So there's not like a whole lot of stuff out there right now. And she also hasn't like given a public statement about anything as of yet.
Okay.
It's just been her attorney. But her then husband, well, now ex husband, because mind you, this happened back in 2023, he's now married and has another child. And I was looking up because she is a labor and delivery nurse, or was. Yeah. Has had 3 kids, I think 5, 3, and 8 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the ex-husband admits that she was saying how she had suicidal thoughts, how she was having intrusive thoughts of wanting to kill or, cause harm to her and her children. And he's trying to like blame the doctors because apparently she was prescribed like 12 different medications.
Psych meds. I think that I did watch a brief video, and like I said, remembering names is not my personal autistic superpower. So names is terrible, but I did watch a video recently where the girl was the I bet it's this case that she was talking about because this woman had killed her children. And but she was talking about how she probably had postpartum depression and also that she's on psych meds, and a bunch of psych meds have like suicidal ideation as a side effect,
Mm-hmm.
and that people are she was like going through the list of things because it was over a period of several years. Like she was already in postpartum before she gave birth to the 8-month old.
I would believe it.
And so yeah, the woman was making the case that it was the psych meds too.
Hmm.
But also if she had an 8-month old, it could just be
Well, and yeah, it definitely, I don't think her being on all these medications helped.
sure.
But I'm also like, I don't know, as a husband, I feel I feel like he's trying to like not putting any blame on himself.
Distance himself, yeah, and
Yeah.
accept no accountability for
Yeah.
caring for
Yeah.
his
And he
wife
was
who birthed his
saying,
3 children.
right. And he's
Yeah.
saying how like, well, he was never told by a professional, by a medical professional that he shouldn't have left the kids home alone with her. And I'm sitting there like, but she literally told you that
Yeah.
she wants to self-harm herself and her children.
Wow. Wow.
And then he
That's
tried
awful.
to, yeah, so he was set for the timeline I got. She was normal. She started saying, like, I want to hurt myself and the kids. All of a sudden, she went back to normal. She killed the kids. And then he said that, because again, she hasn't made a public statement, but he and her attorney said that she heard voices that told her that she had to do it. And I'm just like, what?
And you thought it was okay to leave your children at home with her. Like, he absolutely is culpable. And
Yeah.
you're her husband. You got her pregnant 3
Three
times. I
times.
wonder how his current I mean, obviously, she's fine with it because she's his current wife and she had a baby with him. But that would give me pause, honestly,
Yeah. Well,
because
and
you
you know what's even more weird? The new wife looks a lot like Lindsay.
that's crazy.
And I believe she's also like in the medical field. She's like a doctor or something.
So he has a type.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I just don't trust men. So I'm like, he's just like saying all this so no one looks at him and
Yeah.
looks at him like a bad husband and father.
Even though you clearly are that, and I only have 3 minutes worth of
Yes.
information, and I know for a fact. And I just because I know what a good husband and father looks like, and a good husband and father would be concerned. It would make it his business to make sure that his wife was taken care of after splitting her body in half, giving
Right.
birth to one of your big head ass kids. I
Mm.
bet you I would have never had a second one, and certainly not a third. I hate that for her. And it's awful that she killed her kids. Like, that's an awful thing. But I hate that she was going through this and reached out for help and there was no help to be given. And he
Mhm.
gets to just move on with his life and create more children
Literally.
and like tell a story about his crazy ex-wife who killed all the
Right.
kids and like play the victim
Yes.
and shit.
Mhm. Mhm.
I
And
was
it
just
will
telling
be, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I was just telling someone, about the podcast, and I was like, now I said we lean like very heavy towards misandry. So like if that's not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
And I just was telling my very Christian, you know, grandmother how in my next life I'm coming back gay because this is fucking stupid.
No, literally.
Like, this
Maybe I'll
is
change my
stupid.
name to Man Hater.
Literally.
And I
I
will
love it.
be, yeah, every
You
down
could
like
just add
I am.
another slash and just tack it
Yeah,
on to the end by the end.
literally.
Yeah. And I didn't send you this video, but I will when I go back to it. Again, it's this girl who it's a YouTube video. And it's this girl who studies I think she studies the animal world, but she did a whole video about the civil war between like monkeys. And what's that tribe of monkeys? Is it Bonobo? What's the name of that tribe of monkeys you were telling me about?
I think the Bobo, I think.
Something like that. So apparently they've been in a civil war with this other like tribe of monkeys for like
Bonobo.
bonobo. Apparently they've been in a civil war for quite some time, and so she did a whole video about how these monkeys have been in civil war and why we should be paying closer attention to it. And
Mm.
I actually am just now remembering it. I was listening to it as I was falling asleep one night, and the next day I must have just gotten distracted and didn't go back to it. Um, but I know the bonobo was one of the set of monkeys because I thought of you, and that yeah, they've been like putting their hands on certainly on the men, definitely
As
on the
they
men.
should. As they
So
should.
when I come back across it again, I'll send it to you because it's just I don't know. I'm always fascinated by stuff like that.
Yes. The
Because
bonobos
whenever
and
they
chimpanzees.
yes, and um, shit, never mind. I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about the bonobos being matriarchal, Civil War.
Maybe just that. Maybe I was just talking about, oh, I know what it was. So that we always, like humans, think that we're like the smartest or we're the top of the food chain when it comes to animals, but we're the only members of the animal kingdom that actually pay to exist. So I feel like right off the bat, that makes us not the smartest. But I'm fascinated by the animal kingdom and like how they settle conflict and like how they move about the world, and especially monkeys and chimpanzees, because obviously they're our closest relatives.
Hmm.
And so yeah, just fascinating and interesting. And I figure if
Well,
we can get some tips and tricks from them on how to get this shit to end sooner, that'd be better. That'd be
well, and
great.
it's more than just bonobos. Female lions also attack male lions when the male
Yes.
lions, go after the kids. And really, female lions only keep male lions to reproduce. Like they
Literally.
really don't. They're the ones that hunt and everything.
Yes.
And I find it funny that when female lions are in heat, when they want a male lion's like attention, they'll go over and literally like bite his balls. And I'm like, you know what, girl? Absolutely. You do you, babes.
Yes.
Because guess what? He gets up and does the
And
job.
does the
So
job, period. Period. I was
and then I just saw a video and it was a female bear and her bear cubs. There was like a big male grizzly bear following them. And I guess like typically in bear community, big grizzly male bears will eat little grizzly bears, which like so sad.
that is sad.
Um, but you literally like see her telling her babies to like climb up a tree, and then she
Mhm.
literally like runs back down the tree and goes over and like starts clawing at
Beats
the
his
big
ass,
grizzly bear.
yes.
Yes, and I'm like,
The fuck is wrong with
queen.
you?
And I mean, I feel like, you've had cats. Like, I've seen it with female cats. And, like, when even
Mhm.
the dad comes over and she's like, get the fuck away. So,
Mhm.
like, even in the
Mhm.
animal kingdom,
Yeah.
matriarch society.
Yeah. So, and that is literally where what I'm trying to say is that I feel like we were duped. I was just explaining to my husband how I don't believe that men are supposed to be in charge of anything.
They're
And he
not.
was so confused. And I was just like, I mean, look around. Like, y'all have been in charge of shit for hundreds of years and look at it.
What have y'all accomplished?
Look at it. And he was like, when it was all said and done, he was like, you're not wrong, actually.
And
You're
I
not.
hate to say it, but also I don't find men natural leaders. Like
No,
all of you
you're
are
not.
always looking for the
Someone to
man to
tell you,
follow.
yeah, or someone to tell you what to
Yeah.
do or how to do it, or yeah.
And all real men, all real alpha men listen to their women.
Period.
So
Period. Real alpha men know they're not the boss of shit. Their job
exactly.
is to protect.
Yes. So
Your
something's
job
not
is just to
adding
make
up.
sure nobody comes and disrespects this, what we got going on. You protect this house. Yeah.
Literally. Like don't get it twisted.
Yep. Yep.
Like you're literally just kin.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Mm-hmm.
see the Barbie movie?
I didn't.
Oh, you should watch it.
I didn't, but I heard about the like the whole monologue at the end and how it was very
Hmm.
anti-patriarchy. And in
Yes.
fact, I have a Barbie coded sticker. I have this locker at my shop that just has a bunch of stickers that say all kinds of shit. So like, and my clients just love it because they discover a new one every visit. So like I have this Jewish woman who's very extremely anti-Zionist, and we have the best conversations. But she was there this past week, and it's a Barbie coded sticker. It's like pink with rainbows and clouds and whatever, and it says I'm too fragile to be I'm too clumsy to be around fragile masculinity.
Yes.
Um yeah. So, and I thought, even though I've never seen the Barbie movie, that's what I was thinking when I bought that particular sticker.
Hmm. Yes. Because, yeah, literally, like, and if you just think about real life, like, Barbie is literally everything, right? She's a doctor, she's a vet, she's a teacher, scientist, dentist, literally everything. And what is Ken? He's just Ken.
He's just
Ken's not a
Ken.
doctor. Ken's just there to make
He's riding around in her Barbie Corvette, living in her Barbie
literally,
house, has no job.
literally no
He's a
job.
bum.
Hello?
He's a
Ken's job
bum.
is to just beach.
Yeah. You're
Like,
not wrong. Yeah.
so
Yeah. I don't know why I never watched it because I loved Barbies when I was a kid, but yeah, I just,
it was cute. It was good.
yeah. Yeah. What is this 52 hertz whale? I realize we're like coming to the end. So that is, yeah. Do you know what that is?
Yes. Again, I just saw like a little TikTok one day and it was talking about this sound that came from the ocean and it's called the 52 hertz whale, referred to as 52 blue, an individual whale of an unidentified species that calls at the unusual frequency of 52 hertz. The North
Mm,
Pacific Ocean between Aleutian and the Kodiak Islands to the California coast.
mm.
And I don't know, I always find those videos like so funny sometimes because it's like, what do you mean we're just naming this and we don't know what it is? So, like, how
Yeah.
do we know it's a whale?
Yeah.
And you're telling me like there's no other whale like this that exists?
Yeah. So what I pulled up says, like you said, it has a high pitched call at 52 hertz, which is a frequency much higher than other whales, leading to its nickname, the loneliest whale, because it seems to call alone. First detected in 1989, its species is unknown, though it's speculated to be a blue whale or bluefin whale hybrid, and it follows migration patterns similar to blue and fin whales, but never seems to join other whales. Despite decades of tracking, it has never been sighted, only heard, and its calls have been recorded annually in the North Pacific. So, if you've never even seen it, how do you know it's a whale? I know you just said that, but like,
No, literally. Literally.
like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Well, and I'm a big Godzilla person, and so like shit like this, I'm always like, it's fucking Godzilla, because that's the whole premise. Is like they're catching something that's communicating, but they don't know
Mhm,
what the fuck it is, and they don't know
mhm,
who it's communicating to, until one day something's going to
mhm,
communicate back, and then what are we
mhm.
going to do?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Whew.
like when it comes to the ocean, like as much as I love the ocean, like
I'm
I
obsessed.
saw this meme today and it was like, this is my retirement plan. And it's just someone like transforming into a hammerhead shark and just like swimming off.
Yes.
And I'm like,
I love that.
literally, like when life is just too much, I'm just gonna walk into the ocean and that's just gonna be it. Um, but yeah, like because we don't know really what's down there.
We
So
don't.
much
We don't.
can
Yeah.
be.
So many things that we've never seen. And
Mhm,
I've seen many a conspiracy theory that suggests that aliens don't come from outer space, that they come from the depths of the ocean.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
And I forget what story or theory it was, but it have you heard like the it's like the deeper you go into the ocean, you eventually go to space.
Oh, I've
That
never heard.
like it's just all
But
connected.
I feel like that makes sense. If the earth is round, that would have to be, right? Which maybe is where that saying, as above, so below, comes from. I'm intrigued. I've never heard that, but that does make a lot of sense. It
Mhm.
does make a lot of sense. Huh.
Just food for
Fascinating.
thought. Yeah, you're telling me all this, and I'm supposed to worry about fucking credit scores and paying rent
Listen to
when there's a
me.
52
I'm
hertz whale out there?
yeah. That's been calling since 1989. Like, I need to know what this whale is talking about. Sis is trying to tell us something, okay? Because
That
I'll never
men up.
forget when I watched that documentary. Is it called Blackfish?
Mm-hmm.
The you know what I'm talking about the whale, like the
At SeaWorld.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
when they took
orcas.
her baby and she went like down to the corner of the pool and just like cried for like months.
Mm-hmm.
Um I just feel like the animal world has more to offer than we give it credit. Like, I feel like we've been told that we're the smartest and we just accept that as fact, but I just don't see how that's the math isn't mathing for me.
The math is not mathing.
And like clearly like this whale had empathy and sympathy and like felt grief. You know what I mean? Where y'all won't even let this woman ask questions about her black child who went missing and then turned out dead. So y'all don't feel empathy and sympathy and great. So like I just feel like animals have it together and we're still pretty devolved, honestly.
Mm-hmm. We are. We are.
Anything else that we want to touch on? Because once again, we done yapped our way through 2 hours of time. I don't know how we keep doing that, but I'm
There's a
here
lot
for
to
it.
talk about.
There is. I really enjoy these talks too. I know we don't, do much with it and like but I feel like um, maybe one day in history these will be like 52 hertz whale calls to somebody a
Fingers
100 years from now.
crossed. Yes. Yes. No, the one thing I wanted to mention, because I'm a little annoyed, and I'm all about accountability. Did you see and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for it, but the Mamdani video of him saying like, when Netanyahu steps in New York, like we're going to arrest him and blah blah blah, and like it went viral because everyone's like, hell yeah, like let's do this, and then he came out and was like, actually. Looking over the notes, we can't do that. And what do you say? Like, I'm gonna trust that the federal government like knows what to do. Buddy, the federal government supports him.
And you knew that when you
And
said
you
that.
knew that. And
Yeah.
also, who I always forget what her position is, but like she's a Zionist, like a loud
Mhm.
Zionist. Is she the commissioner or
The
something?
police commissioner or something, the woman that he kept when he needed to get rid of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these are why I have trust issues. Like,
Yeah.
don't be coming on here and saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna be this big bad tough guy," and then it's like, "Okay, well, you gonna deliver?" Well, actually, I can't. Why?
Yeah. Well, and not only that, because allegedly only the federal government can do that, state government can't do that, and that's fine. But what you can do in the state of New York is not allocate any of those New York tax dollars for his security, for closing any roads, for any protect. Like, you don't have to do that. So if you do that, just saying, it looks weird.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
Looks weird.
And I'm not gonna like fault him for this one thing because I know he's, done quite a few good things so far, but also like, ugh.
So D says that BB is bringing his special forces and has threatened to pow pow NYPD. I haven't seen that. This is news to me.
Who's who's BB?
Netanyahu.
Oh,
Yeah, that he's.
I know why, but I'm just like, how are we literally allowing like a criminal war person to like just come over here?
I mean, our president has how many felonies?
War criminal. No, yeah, literally.
So who is he to judge? And that's
Right.
his homeboy. Like,
Literally.
that's his homeboy. Him and Putin, like, they have him over a barrel. He can't really. At this point, he's just trying to not die, which is annoying.
Don't understand.
Yeah.
Did you see that video? Was it at Lindsey Graham's funeral of the guy sitting behind Trump?
Yes, it was like grossed out by him. His
Yes.
Secret Service. Yes, he was making the funniest
He
faces.
was like shitting himself.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize that that was Lindsey Graham's funeral,
I
but
think I could be
yeah,
wrong. If
I
that's
don't
what
know.
it said.
Yeah, but what I read said that was one of his Secret Service workers. And Mitch McConnell still hasn't given any proof of life, and the Democrats, as usual, are just being pussy bitches.
Right. But I keep seeing that fucking commercial like, where's Cory Bush? Where's Mitch McConnell?
Where's Mitch McConnell?
Because y'all want to say, where's Corey? Guess what? Corey's not in office.
Yeah,
So technically,
yeah,
she shouldn't be there right now.
yeah.
So shut
Yep,
up.
yep, yep. Yeah, but clearly they're just gonna let him go past, whatever it is, whatever that date is in August, which is coming up, and then they'll hold a special election and replace him with another Republican. But good and goddamn well that if that was in one of these red states, they would have replaced him with a Republican within hours of
Mm-hmm.
even, like, as soon as the math wasn't mathing on the pictures, like, well, I'm just going to replace them with a Republican. And if you're still alive, you can pop out and prove it then. But no. And they think that the governor, what's his name? Is it Brashear in Kentucky? They think that they're about to prop him up to run him for president. He's not going to win, babes. Like, he's a bitch. He can't even take time out of his day to go to wherever Mitch McConnell is, who they claim has talked to people on the phone for 20 and 30 minutes at a time. Go see him in person.
Right.
You're in Kentucky, right? Go
Literally.
pull up on him. Go
I'm
pull up
about to
on him.
make a road trip to Kentucky just so I can pull up.
Listen, I will ride with you. Say the word. I will ride with you. We can go investigate.
Like,
But
where is he?
literally, we can do like an on the road podcast. That would actually be hilarious and
That would be funny.
not against it.
I
But
know.
I
See, I'm
saw
like,
that
oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say that I saw some woman. I don't remember her credentials now. Oh, she like is a part of some like not for profit where they give stickers out for something. I don't remember the reason why they give out stickers in hospitals, but they do. And so she went to the hospital that Mitch McConnell is supposedly in and visited every floor, handing out stickers, and said that Mitch McConnell is not in that hospital. They have like security or Secret Service or whatever posted outside, but that she said he's not in that hospital. He is dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
And like, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. But also, yeah, well, like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. Not setting shit on fire.
Yeah, I'm like, we need to get it together. Or, yeah, I'm just thinking, like, I cannot live another 30 years like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
this
but
is
like me and my
crazy.
hubby were saying, honestly, this is white people shit to fix. And they're clearly not going to fix it. They're just
Yeah.
clearly going to let the shit burn to the ground. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Completely unrelated. I went to my first black rodeo last night, the
Ah,
Bill Pickett Invitational.
okay.
I have never seen so many fine as
Giddy up.
oh my god.
No, I always watch those videos that like pop up on my TikTok. I'm like,
So
it's
good.
the kind of man I need, like a big
So
old
good.
country boy.
So good. Yeah, so good.
Mhm.
So many good times. So I'll be doing that again yearly now. That'll be an annual thing for
Yes,
me. It's like, what do
yes.
you mean? And they're out there, just yeah, manly man is right.
I know Taylor from Love Island was not like a good representation of like a black cowboy. And I know he comes from like, a iconic like family, but like him himself,
Him
I was
himself.
like,
Trash.
loser.
And honestly, the whole culture is probably steeped in misogyny and gross. So I really would kind of prefer to enjoy it from the outside so that I can just visually, aesthetically enjoy it and
Hmm.
then like not know what's really going on behind closed doors. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know. Sometimes you would be shocked by
Yeah.
how progressive some country folk
Okay.
can be.
Okay.
Um, just sometimes, because I think I
Okay.
mentioned it when I came back from West Virginia. Because mind you, my family is deep in the Appalachian Mountains,
Uh-huh.
and I saw a sign that literally was like, "Quit pretending your racism is patriotism," and I was like,
Love that.
"Okay,
Period.
Appalachia,
Period.
all right." They're like, "Excuse
I
me."
love that. I love that. All right. Okay, friends. Well, it is 8 o'clock, so we're gonna turn you loose. Till next
Till
time.
next
Bye.
time.